full period. We didn't engage at all in the first period. We weren't interested in physically being involved in the game, winning races, playing on the inside, even stick battles, 50-50 stick battles. We weren't interested in that. And they had their way and slowly got into it as the game went on, but too late.
When you see that as the coach, I mean, what do you do to get them going in the direction you need them to go?
Well, we're barking. We're trying to change shift length up. We're trying to change a match. We're trying to do different things. But we're, we were second shift into the game already, and they had scored again. So we had half a team that hadn't even touched the ice. It's there's not much you can do that early in the game.
The too many men at the end, if you can just describe. I remember
there's a line assigned, and there's one individual player that gets assigned the position for the goaltender. And that individual left, obviously, light years before he should have.
And did it seem like maybe you were disjointed in that moment?
No, we had a line. We had a line that replaced the line, and we had one extra guy jump on the ice, and the goaltender was still in the crease. Yeah. And that individual clearly knew who was going for the goalie. Yeah. So there's no disjointed there.
Sorry, I wasn't suggesting that you guys were disjointed on the bench. I meant when you had the power play and you were looking for the tying goal, it just seems like you couldn't get the puck down ice and we're...
No, we couldn't enter the zone. They did a good job of just stacking the lineup. And we had it in there and we just couldn't keep it alive. I think Leon stepped on the puck or stumbled in the corner and they cleared it, and that ate up a good 30, 40 seconds of it. So the earlier power play was the better one for us. We had chances hit the post. And then this one, obviously, we cut short through stupidity.
I don't know if the first, showing up late or not playing the first period has to do with a team that's just not in the race and not playing important games. How do you get this team to focus down and button down? You got 17 games to play here.
We've got to keep, we've got to harp on things. We've got to keep them in, push them. We can wave the magic wand, we can pound on the desk, we can do all we want. They have to accept some individual responsibility about being ready to play and being ready to go. And there's not enough of them right now. Now, I will say, as Ryan mentioned, we have had some good starts. We have had some good runs over the last 2 weeks. I was happy with the way we played and the way we responded. There's been moments in the game where it got away on us, but tonight's start was unacceptable.
So what happens when you're playing against a goalie like this who has hardly ever played? Are your players not thinking, okay, so we got lucky tonight, Lundqvist's not playing, we got this guy that hardly ever plays, so we're going to jump all over this guy? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, that's what the plan is, but obviously that didn't come to fruition, and their goaltender actually made some tremendous saves. So the fact that somebody hasn't played a lot doesn't mean that the goaltender isn't any good. He came in with a 215, 218, or pardon me, a 918 save percentage, and played a good game. So that part of it, I see how you're asking it. That should be motivation to go out and go get a goaltender that doesn't have a lot of experience. We didn't necessarily point to that. We pointed to a young group of defensemen that didn't have a lot of experience, and they got after our D early in the game below the goal line way better than we got after theirs. Now, we got going later on in the game, but we threw away too many minutes. He's played, again, the game sheet isn't going to tell you the true story about his ability and skill and what he did, but I saw him in the offensive zone, definitely dangerous. He pump faked a lot. He created shooting opportunities for himself and rebounds for others. It's a positive sign so far for him being up here. Nuge was, he got us a goal. It's hard to come back after an injury late in the season, anytime in the season. But as I said this morning, his injury has prevented him from being real active like you normally would when you're injured. So it's going to take him a little time. I thought he managed himself well. He didn't overextend his shifts, and he was effective.